In the winter of 1990, when my second daughter was born, she was taken from the delivery room to the neonatal intensive care unit, where she was diagnosed with a narrowing of the aorta. As this means a critical narrowing in the heart's main vessel, she was purplish from chest to toe because her body simply wasn't getting enough blood and her tissues were suffocating. When I heard the diagnosis, I was shaken. Being a doctor, I understood that this meant emergency thoracic surgery with little chance of long-term survival. A consultant cardiothoracic surgeon was called to the Children's Hospital in Washington, D.C., and when he arrived I was asked to leave the intensive care unit because I had become overly emotional. Accompanied only by my fears, and with nowhere comfortable to go while I waited for the test results, I went to the prayer room in the hospital and knelt down. For the first time in my life, I prayed with sincerity and commitment. Having spent my life as an atheist, it was the first time I had partially recognized God. I say partially because even in that moment of panic I didn't fully believe, and so I said a skeptical prayer in which I promised God, if there was a God, that if He saved my daughter I would seek out and follow the religion that pleased Him the most. 10 or 15 minutes later, when I returned to the intensive care unit, I was shocked when the consultant said that my daughter would be fine. And indeed within the next 2 days her condition resolved itself without medication or surgery, and she became a completely normal child. I know there is a medical explanation for this. As I said, I'm a doctor. So when the consultant explained about a persistent ductus arteriosus, low oxygenation and eventual spontaneous resolution, I understood. I just didn't buy it. Neither did the intensivist, the neonatal specialist who made the diagnosis. To this day I remember seeing him standing there, his face pale and speechless. But in the end, the consultant was right and the condition reversed spontaneously and my daughter, Hannah, left hospital as a normal baby in every respect. And herein lies the problem. Many who make promises to God in moments of panic find or invent excuses to escape their part of the bargain once the danger has passed. As an atheist, it would have been easy to maintain my disbelief in God, attributing my daughter's recovery to the doctor's explanation rather than to God. But I couldn't. We had the heart ultrasound taken before and after, showing the narrowing one day and non-existent the next, and all I could think was that God had done His part of the deal well and that I had to do mine well. And even if there was a proper medical explanation, it was also under the control of Almighty God, and in any case God had chosen to effect His decree and had answered my prayer. Period. I didn't accept then, and I don't accept now, any other explanation. Over the next few years I tried to keep my side of the bargain, but failed. I studied Judaism and various sects of Christianity, but I never felt that I had found the truth. Over time I attended a wide variety of Christian churches, spending the longest period in the Roman Catholic congregation. However, I never embraced the Christian faith. I never could, for the simple reason that I couldn't reconcile the biblical teachings of Jesus with the teachings of the various sects of Christianity. In the end, I simply stayed at home and read, during which time I was introduced to the Holy Quran and the biography of the Prophet Muhammad written by Martin Lings called Muhammad, his life based on the earliest sources.